Hey Dina, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
Pickwick and Frolic, here we are, hilarities,
Here we
and
are.
it's our day. Look, there you are. Oh
Nice
no,
to
that's somebody
see
else
you.
walking down the street.
Yeah.
You're here, you can't
I'm
be
here,
there, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. Hey, so we're talking about wine here, and you are the sommelier at the club, and always teach us a lot of great stuff. I need to go to school on this stuff right
Okay.
here.
So this is all Shiraz.
Syrah.
So Shiraz, the grape varietal Shiraz, which is this is the time I think of Shiraz, is like from now until about Christmas. You want some kind of warm, cozy glass of wine to nestle up to, and this is what I always pick.
How does Shiraz taste different than, like, say, Merlots or Cabernet Sauvignons and those?
Well, again, all grapes have their characteristics. These are going to be, for the most part, concentrated, a lot of dark fruit, a lot of cherry, a lot of blueberry, some cinnamon, some cardamom, some anise, some violets, some
Really
floral
complex.
sides. It can be very complex.
You're probably wondering how she knows so much about this. Well, when she got here at about 8:30 today,
Right.
she was testing this
loves
one.
that.
She was testing this one. I'm over there going, "You go, girl!"
Yeah.
Let's talk about the first one.
Well, these are all very modestly priced, what I brought here. But Syrah itself came from, or finds its home in the southern part of France, in particular the northern Rhone area. So I brought some from there, which are these two here, which is the first one that I wanted you to try. This is from Saint Joseph. This is Gigal. And I wanted you just to taste the difference between what they call Old World Syrah and what they call New World. So this is considered Old World because it's French from the Rhone, not this one. This one right here.
Oh, this one?
This is the one you're going to taste.
Okay.
And the Old World Syrah, they seem to be a little leaner, a little lighter, but still all that black fruit, nice tannins.
The minute it hits your tongue, it's lighter.
Yes, absolutely.
It's almost bright, but then it goes away quick to something totally different.
This is true. This is true. These are great food wines, that's for sure.
Yeah.
They can go with salmon and swordfish and tuna and all your game birds, your game meats. They are really very versatile.
Yeah,
now,
this stands up nice.
Yes. Now, when you step into this is considered New World, and this here is the Hedges Syrah, which is from Washington.
And where was the Old World from?
The Old World is from the northern Rhone, from Saint Joseph in the northern Rhone, France.
And
this is Washington, which they consider New World. And with the New World, they say they're even more concentrated, more full-bodied, more lush, ripe fruit.
Way bigger in the beginning.
Yeah.
Way bigger in the
Yes.
beginning. And boy,
And
it hangs around.
It's persistent.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
Persistence a really great word.
It is a good word, yeah. It just stays with you, that's for sure.
It is there.
So that's kind of old
This would be great
versus
with,
new.
This would be great with strong cheeses, wouldn't it?
Sure, sure. I mean, you could pair any of these. Like some of these here, like this foot bolt here, this is the best, I think, of an inexpensive Syrah to jump into. When you come up here to Duck Soup from California, I think that would be great with one of your full throttle pasta dishes like you were just showing right now.
Right.
And these are all around that $20 range. You can find them in Mendoza, Argentina, Washington,
Let's
as
talk
I
about
said.
that. Let's talk about that range right now. When you go, when you talk about nice wine, fine wine, great wine, and all that sort of thing, under 20, like between, like say, $12 and $18, there's a lot of great wine right in that.
There
valley,
is a
isn't
lot
there?
of, yes, and I call that mainly your weekly wine. This is wines that you're going to drink on a regular basis and keep your money in your pocket and not spend it all. These might be your once a week kind of thing, or on the weekend, I think, when you step into that 20-40. And then when you get higher, that's maybe once a month kind of thing, and then others once a year. But you do have to.
So say it's one of those evenings where you have a bottle of wine before dinner and you're going to have one at dinner. Would you pair two of these, or would you go two different directions with it?
Well, one, it would, for me personally, but this is all subjective, I would look at what I'm trying to eat, what food am I eating, and then
We're having pork chops.
Yeah, pork chops for dinner, you're saying. So I would totally go this way right now for myself, and I would go with that Gigal, or I would go with this Lewin here from Australia. Because in Australia, it is the Syrah grape, but in Australia they call it Shiraz, or if you live there, Shiraz.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yes, those Syrah and Shiraz
are the same.
Are genetically the same grape. It's just that their origin. They take on completely different personalities depending where they're coming from.
Okay.
So that's a big cue.
So I ask everybody, how'd you like going to school today with
Yes.
Dina?
Come to my wine school. Yeah.
Come to our wine school.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pickwick and Frolic. That's where you go down Hilarities, and you get
Sure.
all the great wine downstairs. You got upstairs in the restaurant. You got up front in the bar by the television sets. And
Yeah.
if you're gonna watch the World Series, you go there and watch the World Series, right?
Yeah, thank you.
It's
You
all
can have
going on.
bubbles in the champagne bar. This is a sparkling Shiraz right here, so it's Shiraz with bubbles.
I like the bubbles down there.
do
I like
too.
everything about Pickwick and Frolic.